Tonight, a Texas doctor with a history of medical board reviews now arrested for allegedly tampering with IV bags, resulting in the death of his colleague. Officials say anesthesiologist Dr. Reynaldo Ortiz Jr. was arrested Wednesday on federal charges of tampering with a consumer product causing death and intentional drug adulteration. According to the criminal complaint, in June, Dr. Ortiz's co-worker experienced a medical emergency and died after treating herself for dehydration at home with an IV bag. The autopsy says a lethal dose of a nerve-blocking agent caused her death.
There is never any time at all ever that you would ever use bupivacaine and put it in someone's blood vessels.
Her family confirming it was Dr. Melanie Casper from Baylor Scott and White Health in North Dallas. But she isn't the only alleged victim, the complaint indicating there may be at least 12. The complaint pointing to surveillance video that they allege shows Ortiz placing suspected tampered IV bags into a warmer.
This is so scary and shocking to all of my clients. It's hard to imagine.
Attorney Bruce Steckler represents at least 2 alleged victims described in the complaint, one of them just 18 years old.
I think anybody who sends someone for a routine surgery does not expect to be told, especially if it's your healthy 18-year-old son, that your child might have a 50-50 chance of survival.
Baylor Scott and White Health telling NBC News its facility contacted law enforcement after discovering that an IV bag appeared to have been compromised, adding their facility is closed while they help investigators contact patients.
There were a number of red flags that went unheeded in this particular situation.
Dr. Ortiz has a disciplinary history with the Texas Medical Board. In November of 2020, one of Ortiz's patients suffered serious complications during anesthesia, according to the criminal complaint. As a result, the Texas Medical Board documentation shows they decided to monitor Ortiz and have him complete additional training. But he was still able to practice. And more medical board documents show that in 2016, Ortiz was found guilty of a misdemeanor for shooting his neighbor's dog. The medical board disciplined him with a fine, while the medical center suspended him for 2 weeks for failing to report it.
All right, Nyla Charles joins us now from Los Angeles. Nyla, I guess the big question that people at home are going to have, it's a question I have, is why? Why would Dr. Ortiz do this, especially to patients who needed his help? And then I know you have some reporting about an upcoming court date that Dr. Ortiz has.
Right, Tom, that's a great question, but unfortunately, the criminal complaint doesn't list a possible motive. So far, we haven't been able to reach Dr. Ortiz for comment, and it's not yet clear whether or not he's obtained an attorney, but we do expect to learn more on that front at his federal court appearance that's expected on Friday. Tom?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.